Guys, don't forget to check out Pokemon minigame nostalgia at the end of my video. So enjoy the battle and enjoy the minigame. I'll see you guys later, but not really because you're just about to watch the battle. Peace. Not really. Okay, stop talking, Kashiv. What is happening, YouTube? Killer 2010 back again, bringing the coolest battles of yesterday and today, and my first ever recorded rotation battle. I brought you a triple one, and this one is a rotation. So the way this works is that you have three Pokemon. Each opponent views the other player's three Pokemon, three beginning of Pokemon, right? And you can rotate between which ones you want to, to take attacks. Like for instance, the Swampert. I rotated into the butterfly guy to take the high jump kick, and he got burned. So that was pretty awesome. You can it kind of seems simple, but it's kind of tedious at the same time, because then you have two other guys that you have to worry about to take attacks and at the same time dish out attacks. You can rotate to take attacks and at the same time do a move. So I can, like how I just rotated just now to take the Stone Edge, and I set up SR. So I think that's pretty interesting. He rotates and goes to the high jump kick and hits me, which I was surprised about because that's actually protect lead Swampert. I could have probably protected and obviously avoid the high jump kick so he could crash and like hurt himself immensely with that. So I go for the protect to see what he does. Goes on to Hitorama and goes for the earthquake. Kind of wish I went for the earthquake myself there. I'm just gonna go into my little cotton ball thing and go for substitute, whatever. He goes for the earthquake, and I'm like, maybe this thing is choice in some way. In a way, you don't really ever want to really bring a choice Pokemon unless it's kind of like Specs or anything, Specs or a Bandit, into a rotation battle. You don't want to bring a Scarf Pokemon because you're kind of locked into it. Even if you rotate, like see how Hitorama is in a back row, if you rotate on the front row, you're locked on to whatever move you previously picked. It's kind of like status effects and not so visible status effects. Like visible status effects, what I mean is like paralysis and poison and stuff. Other like things that are kind of like invisible, you kind of have to remember when the Pokemon is in, is like this. For instance, like he's leech seeded, so that's not, there's no status bar to say that that you're leech seeded. You kind of have to just be reminded of that. As opposed to status, where I just see it, I'll just paralyze that little chicken thing right there. I still want to curse chicken, fucker. But but that's just basically how a rotation battle works. Now he's paralyzed, goes for the crunch. Finally, I get to narrate this thing properly. I'm just gonna recover the leftovers. I went for the Swampert for the protect to see what he would do. Luckily for me, I predicted the rotate back into Rotoms. I know I could take the Shadow Ball. I did take the Shadow Ball. Does 2-hit KO the substitute. So I wanted to sub up for later on. Like I said before, you keep your substitutes. He goes out into that thing after me killing the little chicken effort there, and he just goes out into he does outrage, right? So I'm like, I'm +1. He locks himself to outrage. I could just like bug buzz since it has dark type attributes for the kills, so that was great. It doesn't really inflict any damage to anything at all, and I get 6% with the leftovers, which is pretty great. Brings back in that thing, and I'm just gonna go for the leech seed here, and that didn't even cross my mind that he might like U-turn. So I'm like, oh, completely wasted turn. I could have probably just like saved myself for later. I'm not really bothered that I didn't like go for the protect or anything like that with Swampert or anything as such. So he goes into that little minesweeper thing there. I suck at that game. So he's just gonna go here, I'm just gonna go for substitute, right? Goes to the earthquake, and at this point I'm like, yeah, he's locked onto earthquake, definitely. Because if he isn't, then he could have probably just went for the fire move here, being that my guy is like fire, and whatever, I have my other guy's bugging fire, so we take neutral damage to fire attacks. Plus, if I do a fire attack to Swampert, it won't really matter because he would just do a fire attack and then just switch back into like another kind of attack or whatever. So he's just gonna go for the earthquake to inflict some damage. I was hoping that earthquake would do just a little bit more just to activate the Solid Berry, because I'm Salic reversal SD. So that's like my little set there I've been running recently in rotations. You'll see other examples of that later on. Me personally, in rotations, I like to lead out with one guy, like one support guy in the middle, and then probably my 2 sweepers on the side, or maybe 1 sweeper on the side, and then later bring on another sweeper, because periodically you could kind of switch your guy into take attacks that it resists, and then set up a little, and then rotate back. So I thought that was actually a great idea. It seems to be working. I'm getting a plus. I have a +1 right now, and actually no, I'm +2 I believe with the moth. See, like right now I'm getting the swords dance. I'm getting boosts, and I'm protecting. I'm just like setting myself up for later on because now I have a special sweeper and a physical sweeper on my side, and Swampert for support. So he's back into Earthquake, and I just knew that he was going to go back into Rotom. I'm like, I didn't go for the Bug Buzz, but luckily for me, he didn't go for an attack and went for the Will-O-Wisp to try to burn my other two guys. But since I'm part fire, of course I'm not going to be affected by the Will-O-Wisp, which is great. I'm just going to go for the substitute here to see what he does. He goes for the Pain Split, which is awesome, so I get to keep my substitute for later on. So I don't want to switch back into Swampert because anything Swampert has, the Ice Beam can't really hit KO, especially since Rotom has part water attributes. I finally remembered, so I'm just gonna have to stay in and go for the Bug Buzz. Surprisingly, Bug Buzz does a lot to Hidorama. I kind of forgot that it has paper thin defenses. Earthquake is going to tear open the ground and tear open my substitute. He's going to go back into that thing right there. What kind of animal is that? $5 to anybody who tells me. Well, not really, because I live in New York and you guys like live far away watching my videos. But yeah, I would really like to know what animal that is. I'm just going to go for the Protect just in case he went for the high jump kick predicting the switch. I wanted him to do that. But that doesn't happen here. And I'm just going to go now and go for the Bug Buzz, predicting the switch into Rotom, so that thing dies. Awesome. And now he's stuck because Hidorama comes in. It doesn't really have all too much defenses. It didn't take the Bug Buzz pretty well. So I'm pretty sure that it won't take the Fire Dance pretty well. Let's just go back into that thing, predicting the switch into Swampert. And I really have no reason to because I'm +2 behind of substitute. So I'm pretty much able to sweep here. Go for the fire move, take that out. I'm going to go for another fire move with the Hidorama, I believe, taking that out at that HP. And Kananjo can't survive at this point. And plus he's burned, so he can't really inflict too much damage here. So that was definitely a great game. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and continue to enjoy the rest of my videos. I'll see you guys in the near future. I definitely have to post something for Mosh Pit. I'm getting lazy with that. So I'll see you guys later. Peace. Alright, so today we have, for Pokemon minigame nostalgia, we have the Clear Cut Challenge, where from Pokemon Stadium 2, where you play as either a Pinsir or Scyther. This happens to be my personal favorite one. And you're given 5 turns. If 5 times a log will come up over you, a Spinnerack will get a log and put it over you and drop it. And you have to cut it according to the web line that they put on it, whatever that white line is. But the closer you get, the more points you get. And obviously, the more points you rack up, the higher, the better off you'll be, obviously. So I'm gonna stop talking now, and you guys enjoy. Woohoo!
Don't give up. Challenge again.